Hey guys, in this video I'm going to take you on an inside look at getting the vaccine here in the Philippines. I finally bit the bullet and did it today, and I'm going to take you step by step and show you an inside look. Stick around. Okay guys, so I know doing this video I'm going to get a lot of hate. I'm going to get the anti-vaxxers, and you know what, that's fine. I get it. I do understand if you don't want the vaccine, don't take it. If you do want it, take it. You know, to function here in the Philippines, I just feel it's a necessary thing, and therefore I made a choice and I went ahead and got it. So without further ado, let me just kind of get into it, and I'm going to show you some video and pictures as we go here. But the first step is I noticed here in Mactan, Newtown, and Lapu-Lapu, Cebu, there was a notice in my elevator saying they will be doing vaccines here and within Mactan, Newtown. And I was like, okay, fantastic. It's right here. It's right in my neighborhood. And I inquired, and I found out that I saw the line the first day, and the line was just crazy long. You guys probably have seen that video. If not, I'll link it up above. But I said, is there any way? I said, I don't want to wait in line. You know, I talked to the receptionist at my condo downstairs, and she said, oh, as a resident or an employee here within Mactan, Newtown, you get priority. You can skip the line, go right to the front. She said, just fill out this form, go into the office, and you can go ahead and do that. And I was like, okay, fantastic. So I went online, I registered for the shot, and you put in all your information, register, and then I had to go across the street at the office here, and they signed a piece of paper. And I skipped the entire line, went right up to the front, and then a friendly nurse, apparently who had worked in the U.S. and was back here to help out in the Philippines, kind of took me and my friend by her side and just kind of took us through the steps. Step one was registration. So understandably, I couldn't do a bunch of video, guys. I couldn't be walking around vlogging. I was trying to do that the other day, and they didn't really like that. So I did as much as I could with my camera on my phone here. So the video is not great. I got a little bit of video and some photos just to show you. So anyway, we filled out the registration form. I'm going to show that up on the screen here. Filled that out. Went to step two, which was getting the vitals, blood pressure and heartbeat. Once I did that, went over to step three, which was being asked questions about, you know, do you do drugs? Have you had a vaccine in the last 14 days? Are you pregnant? All this stuff, you know. Answered all those questions, and then you go into step four, which was getting the vaccine, which I'll show you up here. To show my shot. Getting the first vaccine. Don't make me cry. You were so good. I didn't even feel it. Step five after the vaccine is they want to monitor you again and make sure you're okay. So you go back over and you do vitals and blood pressure again. I guess they just want to make sure nobody's passes out or has some adverse reaction. Step six, they fill out all your information and let you know when to take the when to take the second shot, because most of them, unless you're getting Johnson & Johnson, you have to go back. So I actually have to go back on August 30th, which is about 4 weeks from now. Same location, and I'll go through this entire process again. Now, from start to finish, it took me about 2 hours, and that was skipping the entire line. Now, that line was just to register. But initially you had to go online, you had to register, you had to show your barcode, and they took down that number, or they scanned it, and that's how the whole process started. And then you had to fill out all the forms, but start to finish about 2 hours. Now most of the people waiting in line had this, and they had to wait in line, and most of these guys were waiting probably at least all day. I would say from early morning, from around 7 a.m., that line was all the way halfway down through Mactan, Newtown. It was insane. And so thank goodness Lapu-Lapu decided to go ahead and vaccinate within Mactan, Newtown, and luckily they went ahead and gave priority to people who work within Mactan, Newtown and live in Mactan, Newtown. So that was a score for me. I felt very lucky that I could actually go do that. So the whole process really wasn't that hard. I felt like they probably could have cut out a bunch of steps and streamlined it a bit more. You know how it is in the Philippines. They tend to be a bit unorganized on some things. But you know what? The nurses were fantastic. Nurses, the Philippines, there's nothing like the Philippines, you know. They are just friendly in almost everything that they do. Very friendly, you know, helping out with just the one nurse. Again, I can't remember her name, but she had lived in Florida for 3 years. She came back here to finish up her nursing degree, and then she's going back. And she's just, you know, she was fantastic. She took me and my friend kind of from place to place and helped us along and got us through the whole process. So now I have a vaccination card, which I will show up on the screen. It shows the first dose being done, second dose again in 4 weeks, and hopefully that will enable travel to open up for me, where I don't have to do a swab test and a PCR test for every little place that I go in the Philippines, hopefully, because the mayor of Lapu-Lapu and maybe other places may follow suit. They're putting pressure on people to get the vaccine. Now, I suppose the one good thing I would have to say, I suppose, with the Delta variant coming through is it is pushing the vaccine to get done faster. Now in Manila, they're asking for volunteers. They want people to work 24/7 around the clock. They want people to have these vaccines rolling out 24 hours a day now. The vaccines are rolling out. They're coming here, you know, in the millions now. So it doesn't seem like vaccine shortages are really a thing. So with that being said, I think they might hit their numbers for, you know, what they want at 50 to 70% by the end of the year. So that, I suppose, would be good news. So if anything has come of these new lockdowns and this new Delta variant coming, it has pushed vaccines out quicker, and they're wanting to vaccinate more people faster. More people, because of these stricter implementations, are wanting to get vaccinated, as you can see from the lines. And there's probably like 5 locations or 6 locations throughout Lapu-Lapu alone that are vaccinating people. Again, I know the anti-vaxxers, and you know, I respect everybody's choice. If you don't want the vaccine, absolutely, I agree, you shouldn't have to get it. But if you want it, I don't think you should be chastised for it either, or vice versa. So anyway, that is the process. Now in the news, the Bureau of Immigration here in the Philippines is switching over to needing a visa before you even arrive. No longer will they have the 30 days upon arrival. You know, you get the 30 days when you land. They are wanting to switch over to where you would have to, you know, pay for your visa. They want to show proof of income or money in the bank. We don't know all the numbers. We don't know all the facts on this, therefore I have not released any video on this. I'm waiting for more information when that comes out, or if this gets passed, then I will put out a video on it. But for right now, I don't feel the need to put out a video on it because, you know, things in the Philippines, this could all be going forward. It may never come to pass. I think it probably will, though. I do. And I think the days of tourists coming here and staying in the Philippines for 3 years without ever having to leave, I think those days are probably coming to an end. I think it's going to be more like Vietnam and Thailand, getting stricter. They want the higher end tourists. If you want to stay long term, you're going to have to retire and you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to do a retirement visa, or you're going to have to be married to a Filipina. You're going to have a work visa, an education visa. You're going to have to get these things. No longer will you be able to stay here 3 years. And no longer does it sound like, just like Thailand, it doesn't really seem like they want the backpacker type. Again, I will put out a video when I feel the need. Right now, nothing's official. Not enough information for me to go ahead and make that video. I want everything for you. I want to lay it all out for you, all with the facts. I don't want to do a video on something that may never transpire. So again, that's what's happening here. Thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Let's take it real soon.